The reason why most individuals cannot succeed in life and fulfill their full potentials of being, doing, and having. During the course of our lives, we can be, do, and have whatever it is that is good and right and just. And this one word, it's called psychological. The greatest generals in the world understand that long before the battle begins, if you can outwit your opponent psychologically, they've already been defeated, no matter how great the army is, no matter how many men the army has. Most individuals don't even understand what psychological means. So I'm going to define it very quickly and briefly. Psychological is defined as of affecting or arising in the mind, related to the mental and emotional state of a person, of affecting or arising in the mind, related to the mental and emotional state of a person. An example would be, quote, the victim has sustained physical and psychological damage, close quote. Similar words also describe what psychological means: mental, emotional, intellectual, inner, non physical, cerebral, rational, cognitive, abstract, theoretical. The late Muhammad Ali, during the course of his great and wonderful boxing career, understood what psychological warfare was. An example: Sonny Liston, who was the heavyweight champion of the world during the 1960s, was billed as the greatest champion during his time. Muhammad Ali came along and he knew and he understood that if he could taunt Sonny Liston, if he could tap into the rage and anger that would arouse him to the point that where he got into the ring, that he would be so angry that he would forget about all the training that he had learned. So what did he do? It's called psychological warfare. Muhammad Ali seductively, through words and even in a subliminal fashion, got into his mind. His mind became so messed up and confused that Sonny Liston, all he could do was come out of his corner in a rage physically, not knowing that the battle had already been won. There's a book I recommended, and you need to study it, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It deals with the methodology and the psychological aspect of warfare. According to the Holy Scriptures, an angel came to a man by the name of Gideon, and he called him a mighty man of valor. Gideon's response was, if I'm a mighty man of valor, then where are all the miracles that our forefathers spoke of? Where are the great acts of Yahweh or Jehovah? The angel told him that he was going to be the champion and to deliver the Israelites out of the hand of the Midianites. Gideon did not believe what the angel had said. So Gideon put out a fleece. Study the book of Judges for yourself. I don't have time to go into every aspect of it tonight. Maybe in a later lesson I will. So the bottom line was this: Gideon was instructed and told that your army that you have is too big to take everyone down. Everyone that was, first of all, that was fearful and afraid, tell them to go home. How many men went home? 10,000. Then Gideon was told that you still have too many men. Take them down to the river, and everyone who laps and drinks like a dog, set him aside. And everyone else, tell them to go home. There were 300 men who were chosen. The movie, The 300, really is an adaptation of the biblical story of Gideon and his mighty 300 men. Why 300 men to go up against a mighty army? Because the Almighty knew that those 3 men within their minds would believe that they could do any and everything to win. And the reason why, he said, everyone who laps like a dog, because they weren't concerned about how they would look. Most individuals are concerned about their image, how they look, and how things are going to be. And he said, by 300 men, I will deliver the Midianites into your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, war is not pretty. War is very ugly. It is very disastrous. And if that happens in the physical, what about mentally? Most individuals do not understand the battle of the mind. Joyce Meyer, and I recommended her book in my recommended reading section. The battle for what? The mind. When your mind is weak, you've already lost. When your mind is not conditioned psychologically for success, prosperity, health, healing, love, joy, and money, these things will not come to you. Despite the obstacles, the circumstances, and situations that we all face in life, despite everything, when your mind is made up to succeed, you will. When your mind is made up to be, do, and have, you will. When your mind is made up to overcome all obstacles, irregardless of what those obstacles are, you can be, do, and have whatever it is that you desire. And remember this, that psychological warfare is how the battles are already won or lost. When you understand the relative importance and when you understand what it means to be psychologically prepared, your mind is your greatest asset. The UNCF used to say during the days of Lou Rawls, when he hosted the telethons to raise money, that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. I'm Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender, never quit.